What's up, y'all? It's the Crown Priestess. I have been on a rant this morning, okay, and it's because I've been up since really early, and it is a super blue moon in Pisces, and when I tell you that shit hits immediately, like on the wake up this morning, the revelation, the truth, the conversation, the dialogue was wild, okay, and it was like I was on the receiving end of a lot of it. And I mean, in a lot of space, I was really floored. But not floored in a way where, like, I can't believe you saying this, but more so in a way like, I knew you were going to say this, but like, I didn't know when it was coming, you know? And it came on swift wings, right? But it was lit, whatever, it all worked out. And anyway, I was super inspired to like kind of just. I should have did a poll really because I really would like deeper like knowledge on this, deeper insight on this. Um, but you know, it is spirit has already told me because I've been channeling since like 6 a.m. at this point. Um, but spirit already kind of gave me everything that I needed to know, right? Because that's really what it be about. Like it be about more knowing and less talking. You know, more listening. And oh, I listened. I was listening. You know, it wasn't given heard you. It was given felt you. Okay, like for real. So a lot of you can be experiencing that with this time. You know, retrogrades are still moving and shaking. Virgo season is very analytical. You know, like Virgos in that energy. Happy birthday, Virgo. It's a lot about analysis and observation and sort of getting as especially at this time because it's a retrograde, like, and I don't even know why that always happens. Like, literally, it's always a retrograde in Virgo season, right? It's like all the time, I feel like. But anyway, I don't know because y'all know I'm still not big on astrology as deep as I want to be. So, whatever, you let me know. But it just is very coincidental, I think, and I think orchestrated that a Mercury retrograde lands in a sign like Virgo because we really have to get super organized and super tedious about how we are communicating, right? And how we are being perceived when we're talking. And we have to proofread the shit out of everything because any little thing can be blown completely out of proportion, or at least, misinterpreted, to say the least. And so a lot of you can be in a space where you're about to have really, really challenging conversations, really challenging dialogue, even with perfect strangers, I feel like. So, it's very important at this time that you're saying less, like to the best of your ability. If you got something to say it. Just make sure that you've given it enough practice in your mind before it comes out your mouth. Um, but let's get into some energy for the collective. It's crazy. I know my eyes look a little. I don't. I'm not gonna use a filter for this. I be using filters, but no, fuck it. Y'all gonna see this tiredness. Y'all gonna see this realness. All right. This realness is crazy. I have my coffee. I'm still drinking coffee. Okay, this is like my third cup. Don't judge me. I haven't eaten shit, but that coffee, I'm going coffee. First I had hot coffee. Now I'm drinking cold coffee. Cause I'm in a little bit of a manic situation. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. More transparency. Excuse me, sir. Um, some of you know, some of you don't, but I've actually been diagnosed with bipolar disorder for some years. Actually, it was diagnosed in my adolescence, so it's been a long time, and I'm not medicated for it. I took a big dive into like all kinds of shit, like especially when I was in my youth, and that kind of awakened big time my spiritual journey. And it did not start so like beautiful, and it wasn't on a high frequency when I started. It was actually very much on the dark side, but that's another testimony for another video. But I say that to say, like, if Spirit's bringing this to me, is because it's relative to somebody. I can kind of feel myself when I'm sort of like dipping into that depressive state that is a very common thing with my condition, with my mental health condition. And so I know how to kind of like wean off it before it gets to a dangerous space. And obviously, everybody could not do that. This took a lot of practice. This took a lot of faith and spiritual strength. It takes a lot of prayer and meditation. Um, it takes a lot of isolation. It takes a lot, period. It takes a lot of purging, a lot of detoxing. It just takes a lot. And so I'm not saying this to like cancel out whatever you got going on to try this. Yes, you can absolutely do all the things I said, but please continue to seek out your outlets, your coping mechanisms, your therapist, your help, your professional help, because I am not a professional in any of that stuff. So I am a professional spiritual advisor, okay? Not a legal counsel or anything like that. But let's get into it, girl, because I feel like somebody's energy around you, whether they're doing this out loud or they're internalizing this, somebody's energy around you is very catastrophic. Like this person, they bring a lot of chaos with them, all right? And you're having to sort of, the reason for this right now, the lesson in this is you're having to really learn how to maneuver through choppy waters. For me to say that out loud, you could be dealing specifically with a water sign, or you can be a water sign. Water signs is crazy, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all like that. Y'all know how I do it. I keep it 110. I love everybody. All elements are relevant. Water is very powerful. But if I had to put a list of what elements I like in order, water is not in the top two. I'll be honest. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Mind you, I'm a Pisces North Node and a Pisces Mercury, which can be relevant to why the fuck I've been saying less lately, even though, contrary to popular belief, people think I say the most, but honestly, they don't even know. I'm not even telling you half the story half the time. But with that being said, you could be dealing with water elements, okay? Whether in your own chart or in this person that you're dealing with moving forward. That's a freedom card. Oh, yeah. Somebody is really, this is the analysis part, right? Because look at this Seven of Pentacles, right? You see this guy, he's looking at his, I don't even know what these are called. We learned this so young. Like, I remember playing with these in, like, first grade math, right? But anyway, I forget what they call. If you remember what they call, please let me know in the comments. But this is an analytical time. And what most of you are analyzing is how a connection is going to move forward, if at all. For a lot of you, yes, it's love, big Gemini energy. A lot of you, it is a soulmate, whatever soulmate. Twin, soul, karmic, I don't care. It's all of them. It's everybody. This is not devoted to one particular set. For a few of you, even in partnerships, like business-wise, I'm not lying. When I said business, devil came out. So for you, some of you, yes, this could be related to work or career, something about analyzing how much you've invested into something, okay? Whether that's a romantic situation, a career situation, whether you have some combination of that, you're analyzing this. And I think overall what you're realizing is you want to be free of this, right? Now, I do feel that for a lot of you, not everybody necessarily is going to be detached completely from this situation. It could be just a different way of thinking now. Again, observations, analysis. But I do feel like a lot of you will benefit from the physical detachment of this. Like maybe, like it just has to be let go. But being that this is like, I'm getting a lot about choice here, okay? And there is a lot of passion. The fire energy is coming in very strong now as well. Um, there is a decision around, like, this decision, no matter what the situation is, it really boils down to, can I continue to, it's like chaos versus peace, but not, not so simply put, I guess. It's like something is exciting and maybe it's sexy and maybe like it's really fun and it's like, damn, I fucking love how this feels sometimes. But sometimes all of that fun and sexy and whatever turns into chaos and destruction and conflict and pain and what the fuck is going on over here. And you can just do this and maybe it's kind of boring, but it's kind of nice. And it's kind of nice most of the fucking time, right? Because we're not going to say all the time. Nothing is all the time. Nothing is always. Emotions are important, whether they're anger, sadness, happiness. They're all irrelevant to our life. But we shouldn't be just sitting in chaos and anger and sadness all the time, right? And maybe that was the contrast, the analogy that Spirit was using with bipolar disorder. Not necessarily saying y'all are bipolar, but it is like a situation is very hot or cold, and it's like you can choose which one you want to be. Like, do you want to live in Alaska or do you want to live in California? Like, do you want to live a big city life or do you want to live quiet in the country? Do you want to fuck with the bad bitch, or do you want to fuck with like the nice school mom, or do you want to fuck with the dangerous like musician rapper type nigga, or do you want to date like the engineer who works for Google? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's something like that. Not to say, and there's literally nothing wrong with any of the things I just mentioned. Like, everybody can make a lifestyle out of that. That can be fun. That can be cool. That can be stable. That can make a lot of money. Everything is a swag, but it really boils down to like, what is it that you want for yourself at this time, and this is what you're taking a look at. This is what you're analyzing for yourself. Like, maybe some of you, this has nothing to do, like I said, with a relationship, and it has to do with self, with your own choices. Like, do I want to live in the city or do I want to live in the country? Do I want to work this 9 to 5 or do I want to chase my fucking dreams to be a damn, I don't know. I don't know why I wanted to say porn star. So maybe shit. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you've been fucking boring all your life, right? Doing accounting and taxes for people, but really you have this secret life where you want some 50 Shades of Grey shit and you be BDSMing and dominating and femdom and all that. I don't know. I don't know the categories, right? But maybe this is now you're like, damn, this is my swag and this is what I want to do. And like, I have to just go for this now and fuck what people think over here. It's something of that nature. But I do feel this decision between, again, like this rocky road, so to speak, but not in a bad way. It's like you could take the rocky road or you could take the smooth, silky road. I don't know. I don't know. That's how Spirit is giving it to me. It's very like, it's not very black and white, the situations. It's more like red and black, if that makes sense. It's so crazy because my sheets right now are red and black. Okay. Lord have mercy. Okay, I do feel like also somebody's coming forward with an apology, or maybe they know they owe you an apology, but they're coming off. I don't want to say, for some of y'all this is not necessarily an apology, because I do feel like there's a boost in this person, maybe like a little ego in them, but they're coming to do something nice, and they coming to do it because they realize they fucked up. Like, they realize like, damn, I did too much. So you ever meet people, oh Jesus, like, oh God, she probably gonna watch this and be like, how dare you? But my mother's like that. My mother is so fucking proud. She will not apologize to you, but she will show up with like a new air conditioner or some shit. Like, you know what she's one of those, like, damn, I went crazy, but you know what? She said she needed some groceries or whatever, and she'll show up, with $300 worth of groceries that she just bought on her own because that's her apology, right? So it's like somebody's doing that. Ma, don't shoot me, all right? This is just my job. I'm helping the people, please. Anyway, moving forward. Um, somebody's coming in. They're coming in hot, so this could be happening really fast. Again, super blue moon. I put up a little guideline on the page that you guys can look at on my Instagram, so you can see the general themes and some of the channels that I got at this time. But this is happening like within the next 48 hours max. Okay, somebody's coming and they trying to like sweeten the deal over. They realize they did the most. They may apologize, they may not, because I don't see too much of that. Like this person has a lot of ego, whoever this is, but they do feel sorry and they do love you because that just keeps coming up, right? There goes the conversation. Eight of Wands at the bottom, King of Cups with the lovers again. Um, Gemini, Aries, Cancer, and Taurus with the Hierophant. Very strong energy here, okay? Are the big heavy hitters. So it can be really important with those signs and placements in your chart or theirs. I do feel like, see, this be the T, and this is more back to that analysis story. The T is like, this is why I be piping hot, because somebody's feelings got it. Like it is everything that you want to see. It's everything that you have in a movie of love stories and poodles and bunnies and marriage, but their actions are something else, like completely. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, you know what it's like looking at a busted ass car, right? Like you see a car outside, or not busted, but it just looked regular. Like it's a regular, look at me in a brand new Hyundai, right? And Hyundais are nice now. Don't get me fucked up. I would really like a new Hyundai. No problem. If you want to gift me one, y'all know my Cash App. Just jokes. But sometimes old people joke. But it could be like a regular car like that, right? Like let's say you see a Hyundai next to a Benz, right? Or a Honda next to a fucking Maybach. And it's like, damn, a Honda next to a Maybach. It's a no-brainer, right? But then you sit in a Maybach and it's like dirty. They haven't detailed this car by mistake. It smells a little strange. The AC don't work. Like the windows only go all of them got to come down because one of them is broken and it's something crazy. But then you go into the Honda or the Hyundai and it's like, damn, this nigga like with the leather seats and the red interior and everything is Gucci, and they got the camera and all that going crazy. And this person really keeps their shit up to par versus Maybach, who can't even afford to go fix them fucking windows. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's something like that, to that effect, where inside it means everything is supposed to mean, but like outside the aesthetic don't match, or vice versa. Like, it's something of that nature, like all aesthetic with no substance, or all substance but not the aesthetic. And that is the choice that you're having to make. That is the decision. That's the analysis. It's like, do I really, because that happens, yo, especially if this is about love. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who is like really pressed. You probably have really been pressed for aesthetic a lot in your life. Like, this person looks like more like me. This person, is whatever, better looking, dresses well, it does what I like to do. Like, we're into the same stuff, so it's easy to hang out, or, we work together, or whatever the situation is, right? But it's like, that's it. It's just when you go out, it's just when you're on camera, it's just when you're in front of people. But home, it's like boring, trash ass personality. I don't even like you like that. Like, I don't give a fuck about nothing. You don't make me feel that buzz. Corny. But then when you with somebody else who not necessarily gotta look trash again, but maybe they don't reach the aesthetic thing, right? Maybe they don't dress as well. Maybe they work a regular job and they're not in some luxe lavish life like you are. Maybe, I don't know, whatever it is, but they make you feel good and they treat you well and they talk nice things to you and y'all laugh together and you just feel complete when you're with this person. It's just that you've never really walked outside with this person, or you never saw yourself with this, with this type of energy. Like you didn't you so you just like in this space where you like, damn, but like what the fuck? I don't know. Like you motherfuckers, everybody really gotta get right. I don't know, and this is that time to like really figure out what it is that you want, right? And say it out loud, calmly. Don't yell, don't get crazy. You know what I'm trying to say? Because the universe is listening. They're listening, especially right now. Super moons are for that. Like it's almost like spirit is holding their ear closer. Like they can hear you. They could always hear you, like they hear everybody. But it's like at this time, especially for certain people, it's like what you said. Come, like when when you like. I used to do this as I used to teach, and I used to like have my favorites. Obviously, I don't care. That's probably why I don't teach anymore because God saw that I have favorites. I don't know, however that goes, but like I would give cookies to everybody. I bought lunch for everybody, but then my favorites they kind of got a little extra. It was like, come here, come here, come here, here, take that. Don't tell nobody. I gave you more, right? Or I bought everybody like a sandwich, but no juice. But I bought a juice for you, like so here, but shh. It's like spirit is trying to do something like that for you, and this is the time, like to get that off. So, whatever. Let's get some advice for y'all, cause I'm wrapping this up. I'm finna go. Make a decision. I'm telling you with that Two of Pentacles. Even if the decision is heartbreaking, you made the right choice. Okay, and that's really what spirit is saying with this here. It may be devastating. It may cause an ending. It may cause disappointment. But you chose right. Okay. This is not something you can sit with too long. I feel like already you've sat. You've already observed. You already kind of get it. You've already had. This is your confirmation. Like for real. Just don't worry about it. Everything is going to work out a-okay. Yeah. The balance, Ace of Pentacles, and the recognition. You're going everything you thought that somebody couldn't see in you, they will, whether they're with you or not. Okay, because I'm strongly feeling that energy for someone. The biggest problem here is that you wanted someone to see you, okay, and you wanted to, and y'all know what I mean when I say see you, and they they be pretending like they don't, but they do, and they will, and you will see that they will when you remove yourself in a lot of cases, right? For others of you, not. Like I said, in some cases, this is not necessarily requiring an actual detachment, but perhaps a change in behavior, a change in your, setting boundaries or however, and all of that will fall in line, right? When you set strong boundaries for yourself, people either adjust to that or they fall off and fall back. And that's rightfully so, because if my boundaries bother you, you didn't belong here. And that's on period. So go with that. I'm going to give y'all one little angel message because I'm feeling called to give you an angel message. And then enjoy your damn super moon, okay? Your super blue moon that happens like every 3 or 4 years or something to that effect. Was there just a blinking? Oh, it's on the TV, but that was, I didn't even, you see that? Like I saw that like something else. That's a sign. That is a sign. Wow. Okay. I get it. Did you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put this down, and I'm gonna get because the cards are in Spanish anyway. Um, Spirit is saying to rely on yourself. Be self-reliant at this time. However, because there was amistad behind that, someone is coming along. The right person is coming along to support that, if that makes sense. You know, like it's something about walking in your independence, walking in your freedom, trusting yourself, relying on yourself, loving yourself, appreciating yourself, because someone hasn't shown you that. And so, but you in doing that, you've learned though that you have to be that for yourself. You have to be that support and that strength for yourself. But now, because you've done that, the universe is mirroring the right person, the person that will see that. Whether that's turning around somebody completely or kicking them the fuck out so the right person can walk the fuck in. I love y'all. Love, light, and abundance.